Listen, if there's one thing in life that isn't permanent, it's definitely hair, if anything. LeBron James's hairline has gotten steadily worse over the years, but that's the case for a lot of other men. So today in this video, we're going to cover LeBron James's hairline. Father Time has yet to catch up to Los Angeles Lakers superstar LeBron James in the hardwood. However, James's crown jewel has been noticeably balding for years, and his hairline has been the butt of jokes for quite some time now. LeBron James is indeed enjoying yet another MVP-worthy season, with averages of 25.7 points, 7.9 rebounds, 10.6 assists, and 1.2 steals this season. He also led the Lakers to the best record in the West at 49-14. What's more impressive is the fact that James's hairline somehow made a miraculous comeback this season. It's worth noting that James's fellow all-time greats Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant embraced the bald and shaved their heads in the latter part of their careers. The 35-year-old James, however, doesn't seem ready to lose his hair just yet. Although LBJ's career has been consistently excellent, his hair did have its ups and downs. Let's take a closer look at the evolution of James's hairline over the years.
Yo, my boy Slick Nick came through and gave me one of them. Woo-wee! Slick Nick, you a bad mother. Shut your mouth. Woo! Ooh! I was looking super rough. 2 weeks? I mean, technically like...
Early years, 2003 through 10. James entered the league as an 18-year-old phenom in 2003, and his hairline was pretty intact by then. The King, however, always donned his signature headband, which made it hard to gauge his forehead at the time. Around his third year in the league, fans began noticing a bit of thinning on the sides, but it was nothing too drastic. Fast forward to 2007 when the Cavs reached the NBA Finals for the first time. James visibly had the devil horns. These are the two receding bumps on each side of his temple. Those lines grew more prominent in the next 2 years, particularly in 2009 when he received his first MVP award. He grew out his top by the time he received his second MVP plum in 2010, however his bushy fro only made his devil horns stick out even more. James had a nice cut by the time he reached the decision, but it's quite clear that his hairline did push back a bit.
Yo, is it not fair that he could grow his hair like that? What I was trying to say is, why can't I just like Velcro this off, like, whoosh, and just put it on top of it?
You talking about me? Are you guys talking about me growing my hair like that? No.
What?
South Beach Day, 2010 through 2014. James finally achieved glory by the time he moved to Miami in 2010. However, it became clear that the stress of winning titles somehow took a toll on his hair growth. His somewhat plunging hairline remained the same in his first 2 years in South Beach. Eagle-eyed fans, however, pointed out that James has been pushing his headband way back to hide his wide forehead. Even the boisterous TNT couldn't help but make fun of James's vanishing hair. James ditched the headband altogether in Game 6 of the 2013 Finals, which further revealed the damage on his crown. Although they ended up beating the Spurs that year, this was the time fans began noticing more skin on James's head. Return to Cleveland, 2014 through 2018. James's return to the Cavs was cause for celebration, but that was indeed a rough time for the King's scalp. While his hairline continued to push back, fans began noticing uneven patches on the top of his head as well. LBJ also began growing his beard at the time, which further highlighted the atrocity on his head. Twitter users had a field day mocking several unflattering photos of James' descent to baldness. Perhaps fed up by the memes, James finally embraced the aging process and shaved his head in the summer of 2017. Everyone thought this was the end of James's hair saga. Boy, were we wrong. Hair renaissance with Lakers, 2018 through present. James found a new home in Hollywood in 2018 and it also came with a sparkly new hairline. The 4-time NBA MVP initially shared a video of himself getting a fresh cut. True enough, his bald spots were gone and his hair was magically restored. Now this wasn't like Carlos Boozer's ridiculous spray painted solution. James sported what looked like real, naturally grown human hair. If anyone can overcome male pattern baldness, LeBron is certainly the guy. The 3-time NBA champion, after all, is one of the richest athletes in the world. James even hilariously joked around that he will start wearing dreadlocks soon after donning a wig. While the rebirth of James's hair gave men everywhere hope, it still proved too good to be true. In a game versus the Utah Jazz last October, James's dark secret once again came back to haunt him. The King's headband slid at the top of his head, which messed up his hair plugs. James's receding hairline was once again in the spotlight for the whole world to see. That's gonna do it for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed, leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on any of our content in the future. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.